Hey, what's going on, my fellow idiots? Welcome back to another episode of Idiot Proof Cooking. Now, today we've got a really easy one, and I know I've said that before on the channel when I say it's an idiot-proof recipe, but let me tell you, today's recipe, I think, takes the cake. Literally, we're making pound cake today. It's four ingredients, and they're all equal measurement. It couldn't be any more idiot-proof. So let's not beat around the bush here in the intro. Let's just get making it. Okay, so we're making pound cake. I absolutely love how easy this recipe is, and we're going to make it in the stand mixer, but keep in mind you can also just mix this all with an electric mixer. So the first thing into the bowl of your stand mixer is 1 pound of softened, unsalted butter. It's also 4 sticks of butter or 1 block. So 1 pound of butter into the bowl of your stand mixer, and then 1 pound of white granulated sugar, which is about 2 cups of it. It sounds like a lot of sugar, and it is. So anyways, attach the paddle attachment of your stand mixer, and we're going to cream the butter and sugar together for the next 3 to 5 minutes until it becomes nice and combined, like really creamed together. After about 5 minutes, kill the power on your stand mixer, lift it up, and as you can see here, the butter and sugar is creamed fairly well together, so I'm just going to scrape off my paddle attachment here, and I'm just going to give you a quick close-up of the butter and sugar. That's the consistency you're looking for. As you can see, it's fairly mixed together. So just reattach your bowl, and then Rose comes in to inspect because she heard I was baking something. But after the sugar and butter is creamed, we're going to add in 1 pound of eggs, which is like 9 large eggs. So what I'm going to do is slowly add the eggs in 1 or 2 at a time and beat them together with the sugar and butter for the next 5-ish minutes or so, still with the paddle attachment on your stand mixer, until all the eggs are fully incorporated with the sugar and butter. Once that's done, it's time to start adding in our all-purpose flour, 1 pound of it to be exact, which is about 3 1/4 cups of it. So just continuously mix the eggs, sugar, and butter with the stand mixer, and then slowly add your flour in. I'm going to add it in about 3 to 4 batches, not all at once, and just keep mixing everything together for the next 5-6 minutes until you get a nice, smooth, and consistent batter. So there, I just put the last amount in, and I'm just going to continuously mix this. Oh, and Rose is still wondering what I'm making. So after about 5 or 6 minutes, you should have a nice smooth batter like that. Now, I know I said in the intro it's only 4 ingredients, but I'm going to add in a tablespoon of vanilla paste. This is entirely optional. This would make it more of a vanilla pound cake. You don't have to put the vanilla paste in, but if you want to, put about a tablespoon in and just mix it together again for another minute or so. Look at that batter. It is nice and silky smooth. So I'm just going to clean off my paddle attachment here and get ready to start baking this. But here's a quick close-up shot of the batter. It's nice and combined, as you can see. So what we're going to bake this in is a bundt pan, like the one I have here. I just picked one up for the video, actually. What we're going to do is spray the bundt pan down with a fairly liberal coating of some cooking spray, and then it's time to just start scooping all of the cake batter into the bundt pan. So just use your spatula, or really whatever you want to use, to scoop all of your cake batter in, and just carefully pour it in. You don't want to spill any. It's pretty sticky. Make sure to scrape the bowl. You want to get all of it into your cake pan, and then just use your spatula to spread out the cake batter so it's nice and even like that. You might want to clean off the sides if you did get any cake batter up along the sides, but from there you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake this cake for about an hour's time. Now, while the cake is baking, I'm going to be making a berry sauce to go along with the cake. So what I have here is 4 cups of frozen mixed berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, and into a large pot it goes. From there, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, so just pour that all over your berries, and then last but not least, we're going to add in the juice of 1/2 of a large lemon. So just squeeze all of the juice out all over your berries. There we go, just like that. And then from there, what you're going to do is get yourself a spoon and just mix this all together until it's roughly combined. What you're going to do next is throw your pot on a burner on a medium heat and let this simmer for the next 30 to 40 minutes. And hey, if you time it right, the berry sauce will finish as your cake is finishing, like mine. Look at that. That looks like a pretty good pound cake. So let's just test it to make sure it's baked all the way through. Insert a wooden skewer in, and if it comes out clean, you know it's baked all the way through. Now, the only thing left to do is let this cool down for like 10 to 15 minutes before trying to take it out. As you can see, it's clearly cooled down because Rose is touching the cake pan and what looks like rubbing her nose on it without getting burnt. What a kid. So anyways, it's time to start taking the cake out of the pan. So just flip it over, second guess yourself a couple times on how you want to get this cake out, and voila, we flip it over onto a plate, and there is your pound cake. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Nice and simple, perfectly baked. Oh man, I am so happy with that. Just uniform all the way around. That is gorgeous looking. Oh, and it smells really good too. It smells like a pound cake. So let's go ahead and cut ourselves off a piece here. Just slice myself. I'm going to slice myself off a fairly decent piece of it here. And let's lift it up and look at the interior shot of that cake. It is nice and dense and cakey like. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. A little taste bite, and yeah, it's fantastic. But let's go in for the official taste test here in just a second. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Honestly, this was super easy to make. Super easy. So I'm just going to add some whipped cream on top that I had left over from another dessert. Just dollop a nice helping of that on, and then it's time to add our berry sauce on. Look at that deliciousness. Oh man, that is going to be perfect. Now the whipped cream and the berry sauce is completely optional. You certainly don't have to put those on. Like, you can just eat a pound cake as is, but this is just going to sweeten it up a little bit. And you know what, like I said, optional, but I would recommend it. So let's go in for a bite here, and wow, is that good. That is absolutely fantastic. Just a nice and simple cakey taste to it. I can't describe it more than that, because really it's 4 ingredients with a little bit of vanilla in it too. It's just a nice, simple, sweet taste. And you know what? The berry sauce and the whipped cream are an excellent addition to it. And of course, Rose has got to go in for the taste test here, and big bite for her. And let's see if did she like it? Rose, did you like it? Oh, of course she did. Of course she did. Well, anyways, guys, that's a pound cake in a nutshell for you. Nice and simple, right? 4 ingredients, 5 if you add in a bit of vanilla, and it's all equal measurements. Couldn't ask for an easier dessert than this. So let's call it there. Let's call it an episode. I hope you like what you saw here today. If you did, drop me a comment, like the video, or even subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching Idiot Proof Cooking, and we'll see you again next time.